Hi guys, it's me, the grieving nomad, Glenda. I've been getting a lot of questions about my dad, so I wanted to do a little obituary. My father, Clifton Davis Sr, was born February 28, 1936 to John Davis and Ophelia Ball. He went to high school at Coleman High in Greenville, Mississippi, where he was a star basketball player known as the Goose. His best friend, Susie Pulliam, introduced him to her sister, Cora Williams, who would become his wife and my mother. Let's see, my dad had 4 siblings, Lester, James, Willie, and Floyd. They all preceded him in death. The first job my dad had was in the Army. He joined the Army to take care of his family. And he and my mom had 3 children, Clifton Jr., Marvin, and myself. Both my parents had a passion for reading, and during the Civil Rights era, there was no library near our home, and there would not be one built. So my parents built one in the basement of the apartment building we lived in. They ran that library for several years, even after we moved away. We moved from the west side of Chicago to the south side of Chicago to put him closer to the steel mill where he worked. But he would still go by and help to run that library. And one day on the way home from work, he had an accident. My mom said, no more. That's their neighborhood. That's their library. They need to run it. Unfortunately, no one did. And it ended up being wasted. Both my parents had a passion for reading, which they passed on to us. We spent a lot of time in family groups with extended family as well as immediate family. We built model cars, racing sets, had parties and dinners, danced all night. My parents loved dancing, and my aunt Susie and my dad, they were the dance partners. They danced all night till the only thing they could do is move from one hand to the other like this. My parents were coaches, counselors, and scout leaders. They participated in anything that we participated in to ensure our safety. My father provided a good life for his wife and children, and they raised us all to be good, loving, productive citizens who also raised good, loving, productive citizens. But after 21 years, my parents divorced. Time went by, and he met a beautiful woman named Carol Rance and married her. He spent the last 25 years of his life raising butterflies and hummingbirds that would flock to him when he walked out his door like he was Cinderella, and they'd land on his head and shoulders and back, happy to see him. For a black man in America, my father had a wonderful life. He did as much as he could to help other people. He invested a lot of his time into his children, and he was a great citizen in his community. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Love you. See you later. Bye-bye.